3-minute rounds. The gloves are 10 ounces. And Anthony Joshua weighs like 250 pounds, so I'm not really sure how this is going to end up happening. But this is one of those. Normally, I don't give credit to the Paul brothers, and I give them credit for being great on social media and creating a lot of buzz for the sport. I give him credit for getting in the round with Anthony Joshua. This is not like a Mike Tyson fight when Tyson's 60 years old.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Goff and Mahomes were never taken serious. Hurts won't be even if they're the 1 seed. Jonathan Taylor plays running back. Stop. Mahomes lost the head-to-head to Josh. Can I confidently eliminate every single person booked behind Josh Allen to at least beat out Josh Allen? So I'm in a head-to-head with Stafford May?
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Let's take a look at a couple of narratives here and play a good game of fade or not fade. And first up, well, the idea that the Chiefs are going to put it all together and win the AFC West, well, that's absolutely gone. Absolute fade from this point on, Donnie, with the Chiefs. Their 10-year reign is over. It's done with.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here.
And welcome in. It is in-game live game day on a fabulous Thursday evening. Scott Wetzel, Gabriel Morency for the next three and a half hours or so. We'll take you into the Thursday night football game. Got a pretty good one, at least on paper anyway. Should get some points. Should be good for prop players who generally play overs. We'll see. We will see over the next three and a half hours. Dallas and Detroit kicking off here in about 15 minutes. Couple of NBA, couple of hockey plays, some college basketball as well, but mostly NFL tonight. But we will definitely sprinkle a few all around the board tonight. Before we get to it all, great guest lineups as well. A little game time. What's betting you off tonight, Gabe?
Well, we're ready to rock. The NFL playoffs essentially begin this evening, and the Detroit Lions, normally historically one of the best bets in the National Football League, coming off of a loss, aren't quite as trustworthy as they used to be, Scott. So this is the beginning of a great weekend of football. Playoff eliminator tonight, college conference championship games tomorrow, playoff spots on the line tomorrow, and then once again on Saturday, and then finally, mercifully, Scott, we'll find out who's in the college football playoff on a Sunday. So I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Opening pickoff, as we like to call it here on the grid. I'll start with, obviously, little Thursday night football game. Listen, the whole world seems to like the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I guess Amon St. Brown is playing for Detroit as well. The line did go up to 3.5 because of that, but I don't trust Dallas. I don't trust Detroit, so I do think Dallas is going to get some points, so I'll go over Dallas 26.5 points. Listen, Jameis Winston threw for 366 yards 2 weeks ago against the Lions secondary. Even Jordan Love threw for 233. Now they had the monster back, obviously Jacobs, but in a key situation, he was able to throw the ball. I can't help but think Dak is going to be able to throw the ball. Maybe they lose, 31-27 or 37-30, but I'm pretty confident Dallas gets to 27-28 points. Give me over Cowboys team total. They're by the way, the number one over team total team in the NFL this year.
I'm actually surprised that the number is what it is, in the sense that the Dallas Cowboys are the better football team right now than the Detroit Lions are, right? Oftentimes, odds makers get stuck in a vortex of what teams were and not what teams are. And anybody who's paying attention to the Detroit Lions sees they're not the same team that they were earlier this year, and the Dallas Cowboys are not the same team that they were earlier in the year. This is a classic spot where the Dallas Cowboys hype everybody up and then pull the carpet from underneath them. But I don't think they will. I think the Cowboys come to play tonight, and I'm all over the Cowboys. Plus the 3.5. Now that I'm on that St. Brown is back, the number bounced back up to the 3.5. Give me the Dallas Cowboys plus the points.
All right. Along with my over Dallas team total, how are we going to get there? Certainly not by running, right? We talked about it. Winston had a successful day. Jordan Love had a successful day. Nearly everybody had a successful day. Dallas, they can throw the football. We know that they can't run. So Dak Prescott, boys in Vegas, we gave this out on my podcast a couple of hours ago, and sure enough, they must be members because it went from 268.5 to now it's 280.5, 12 more, 13 more yards than what it was this afternoon. I still like it. I still think he's getting to 280 plus. So over Dak Prescott, even if the number is 280.5 as it is right now on FanDuel.
I'll go with Dak Prescott over 1.5 touchdown passes. Every player prop, for the most part, a lot of these are getting steamed up. The total has just been bet up to 55.5. It's the Cowboys, the Lions. People are just hoping and sort of expecting it's going to be an all-out propapalooza and track meet. I'm not positive it is, actually. Right? I have my reservations about this. The Detroit Lions offense has been struggling as of late, but I'll go Dak Prescott over 1.5 touchdown passes. We've seen repeatedly over the last month or so with an injured Lions secondary, opposing quarterbacks just tear them apart. Their secondary is shredded. Give me the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott, over 1.5 touchdown passes.
All right, next one. I know you'll like this one, Gabe, because we've talked about this. We don't play it. It's probably one of the more bets we talk about that neither one of us seem to play for whatever reason. But I'm going to go in tonight. Give me over Jared Goff rushing 1 yard. A half a yard, literally, is what his total is on FanDuel. And you're even getting plus money. And I looked it up, and he's, listen, he's not, Justin Fields here. I get that. But he has rushed for more than 1 yard in 5 of their 12 games, 5 and 7. So it's not that bad. I don't think they're going to be leading. I'm with you. I do like Dallas. So I don't think he's going to be in a situation where at the end of the game, he's going to be taking, 2-3 knees. And the key to it all is in the NFL, unlike in college, Jared Goff can scramble for 2-3 yards and then get sacked 5 times for minus 50 yards, and his rushing total is those 3 yards. They don't take away the sacks as they do in college against their quarterback's rushing yards. So I'll take my chance. I liked it a little bit more with Amon St. Brown not playing, just because I figured there'd be a little more opportunity for him to have to scramble. But I still like it. It's a half a yard. Jared Goff to get 1 yard tonight plus.
St. Brown playing has skewed and adjusted some of the props for Detroit Lion players. We'll get to Jameson Williams in a moment. His number actually becomes super value right now. But Jahmyr Gibbs is 121 rushing receiving yards combined when St. Brown was thought to be out earlier in the day. Now it's 120.5. So it's moved essentially 1 yard since St. Brown has come back. I might rue the day that I posted last week that I think St. Brown is overrated. So there's a lot of this, St. Brown this, St. Brown that stuff coming back. Jahmyr Gibbs is still the best player on their football team, right? And the Lions, for whatever reason, well, it's a Dan Campbell reason, they don't get him the ball enough, as crazy as it sounds, right? As the game goes on, you'll find that Gibbs gets the ball less, and I don't know if they overuse him early in the game, but with all that being stated, listen, this Cowboy defense is a lot better now, guys. This is why the Cowboys are what they are, right? Their offense was always good. Now their defense, they were giving up 134 yards a game on the ground before. Now it's 67, right? They've got 4 new starters on defense. It's not the same defense anymore. So I'm thinking they might be able to come up with a couple of stops in this game, but you're not stopping Jahmyr Gibbs. So give me Gibbs over 120.5 rushing receiving yards.
All right, like that. My last one, actually, I got some more football ones I'll give you here in a second, but my last main bet tonight will be in hockey. Minnesota, it's a line that doesn't make any sense, and I generally stay away from those lines, but that's okay. Minnesota's just playing too good. They're laying only $1.20 or so at Calgary. The Wild have won 8 of their last 9. Their starting goaltender has 4 shutouts in his last 5 starts. I mean, they're playing great. Calgary stinks. I know Minnesota's on the road. They just beat Edmonton, shut them out 1-0. I don't know how they can't beat a mediocre team like Calgary if they just beat the Edmonton Oilers. So give me the Wild minus only 120 against the Flames.
I'll wrap it up with Jamison Williams, over 3.5 receptions. He's explosive. Like, they like to get him the ball. He rushes the ball a couple of times a game. I was thinking about rushing receiving yards for him because he does carry the ball a couple of times a game, but it was kind of high. Now, his number has come down with St. Brown being back in the lineup, and it went from 5.5 receptions all the way down to 3.5. He had 7 last week. He was targeted 10 times. No one else really gets open, right? They're playing with a third-string tight end. St. Brown isn't like this legitimate mega superstar and stuff that opens up the door for everybody else, and Gibbs gets the ball the most. With all that being stated, though, I still think Williams a big part of this game. And, Scott, it was 5.5. Maybe it doesn't get to 6 still. It was plus money before, but I really like it over to 3.5 now at minus 140. I'll tell you that. I think Williams will still have at least 4 or 5 catches. Probably still 6 or 7, to be honest with you, in this game. So let's go Jamison Williams over 3.5 receptions, minus 140. And this is the one that surprised me the most. The long field goal prop. Figured, oh, boy, man, you've got Bates and you've got Aubrey. 54. You've got the 2 longest cannons in the league, and we're playing indoors. 49.5.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's a rope-a-dope, but I bet it. Over 49.5.
Is
that almost too good to be true.
Yeah, I'm thinking Campbell's not kicking any field goals then. So, got a couple more we'll throw at you before they kick off when we come back.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I said.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the best bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe getting set for a little Thursday Night Football. Let me throw three real quickly at you before they actually kick off. Correct scores, we always go. Home team, the favorite, Detroit 27-21. Pays 125 to 1. Not bad there. This one I actually like a lot. Each team to get one rushing and one passing touchdown, plus 125. And then to double down on that, each team to get two rushing touchdowns and two passing touchdowns at 18 to 1. If it is the shootout that the boys in Vegas are thinking we're getting, it's really the bet is, will the Dallas Cowboys get a rushing touchdown, right? They're good for a passing touchdown. They're probably good for two with Dak and Jared Goff, and the Lions can get their rushing touchdowns. It's all about Dallas getting a rushing touchdown. And I think they get at least one for that plus 125. And then, listen, if you're going to get one, maybe two, who knows, at 18 to 1, it's worth a couple shekels to have some fun games. So two rushing touchdowns, two passing touchdowns, 18 to 1. But I'm kind of like you. I'm not so sure if we get a complete shootout. I did like the over, but I must say it scared me off. 55.5 points, 54.5 it was this afternoon before they announced about St. Brown. That's a lot of points for an NFL game. It could get there, but it did scare me off, I must say.
We teased the game to the over. Some other Dallas Cowboys, and I also played a 7-point teaser to the over as well. Although, I got to say, they're not allowing teasers anymore. They bump you into the same game parlay. So you have to put it together yourself. So, like, if you do the 7, you know what I mean? Like, if you actually try to do the same game teaser, it says, no, not allowed. It's like, okay, but then you go into the same game parlay mode, and you can put it together on your own. And I've been finding, Scott, like, I always just sort of add a little bit more, actually, and I still get some pretty good value. Like, a good example is I got the Cowboys plus 10.5, but I got the total all the way down to 44.5. So I got Cowboys plus 10.5, total all the way down to 44.5, minus 155. It's pretty good. Well, like a lot of sports books, dude, on a 7-point teaser charge minus 150. So I got more than 7 points for minus 155. Right? Every game is different, though. You know what I mean? When it adds up, sometimes it comes to minus 170, etc. But so I put together my own teaser per se. So I got the Cowboys plus 10.5 and the over 44.5, and it came out to minus 155, which is pretty good value. As far as touchdown scores are concerned, man, Gibbs is a badass, but Montgomery's the one that scores the touchdowns. Like, Gibbs will get him down the field, and they give the ball to Montgomery. So I think Montgomery touchdown is the way to go, and it's crazy because Gibbs closed at minus 250. It's where he is now, minus 250. Give me Montgomery to score. Let's go Montgomery to score anytime touchdown plus 105, and I got CeeDee Lamb and Pickens, Scott, to score touchdowns. Listen, they're both plus 120. The Lions' weakness is through the air. So I think the Cowboys will throw for 3-4 touchdowns, at least 3 today. So I figure, all right, Pickens gets one, Lamb gets one. It's one of these deals, too, where everyone's talking about Pickens so much. You'll notice last week they went to Lamb a lot, Scott. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah,
like Lamb's a prima donna, too. Like, if you start to forget about him and it becomes the Pickens party, suddenly, you got an unhappy wide receiver on the other side of the football. Dak is doing a good job of not forgetting him. Hell, he had 12 catches or whatever. He got him the touchdown. He got him the 100-plus yards or whatever. So look for, I think they're both going to have big games. The Lions secondary is shredded, Scott. They can't stop anybody.
Yeah. I will say this about the Cowboys. This is a tough spot for them, right? I mean, listen, good teams, really good teams, wouldn't be able to get 3 straight wins against the competition we're asking Dallas to do. Forget about the Raider win, right? Then they beat Philadelphia. All right, maybe that's a division game and what have you. Maybe it's more of an anti-Philadelphia thing.
They beat last year's Super Bowl finalists in a span of 5 days. That's pretty impressive, right? Yeah, like this. Yeah, this would be quite the run.
It really would. So, without being a Cowboy fan or anything, without really having a dog in a fight, I hope Dallas doesn't get blown out. The NFL is a little better when the Cowboy fan is into it and Jerry Jones and all that. They don't need it, but it is a little bit better, right? There's a huge fan base all around the country. Just don't get blown out, Gabe. Don't lose 30-3 and really just throw away everything you've accomplished over the last 3 weeks. You want to lose, 30-24, something like that, okay. But it is a tough.
I don't think they will.
Gauntlet is going to be extremely tough. I don't think so either, but it wouldn't shock me, though. I will say that. It wouldn't shock me.
Thing is, listen, the Lions, we didn't get into all these trends and stuff like that, but The Lions have been an incredible bet off of a loss, right?
14-0.
They lost. They lost last week, though. They've been losing. They've lost more now.
They won the week before. They won the week before. So.
Yeah, but they didn't cover last week. Exactly. So it hasn't been
14-0, 13-1 against the spread off losses.
Yeah, so they've been this big cash money thing off of losses, but I don't really sense they're the same team. But the Lions have wasted no time going down the field right now. Like, literally, they're inside the 8-yard line already. There's been big run play by Gibbs, little dump off to Gibbs. So Gibbs has racked up a bunch of numbers. And watch, we just got it in with Montgomery to score the first touchdown of the game. They do this all the time. Gibbs will get their ass down the field. They'll give the ball to Gibbs once inside the 10. They'll take him out, and Montgomery gets the touchdown. It happens all the time.
Kareem Hunt with Kansas City.
Yeah, I don't get it almost. It's like, it would upset me. Like, honestly, if I was the agent, I'd be like, listen, we appreciate you giving us the ball as much as you do, but you never let us score a touchdown.
You know, we used to do that all the time, because we got a Lions game. They used to do that with what's his face? Barry Sanders. They'd get into the red zone, get into inside the 5-yard line. And they think Barry would be dancing around too much, so they pull him out, put the fullback in, and he would get a lot of touchdowns away from Barry. So
you're right. Barry would, and Barry wasn't selfish about scoring touchdowns. He didn't really care.
Right.
It's another thing. I remember. I never forget Barry Sanders once against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in which the Lions didn't cover, and Barry Sanders broke one, and he slid like the 2. It was like, oh. It's like, dude, I never forget that. Barry Sanders. It was one of those knocks on his career. I saw him in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. I almost want to ask him, I don't know why you didn't take that touchdown that time.
Didn't cover the spread with that, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Wayne Fonts was getting booed after the game, and Fonts like, I don't know what people are booing him for. Why are they booing us? We won. It was like, you didn't cover, and you could have covered, and then you took a knee after. This is so. Yeah. It's not like, sports gambling's ruining in football. No. People have always noticed this stuff.
Always. All right, more coming up. Lions kick the field goal.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I zig.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number one of our 3.5 hour extravaganza. So the Lions do kick a field goal in their first drive, and all set to give props to Dan Campbell, right? Not going for it on fourth down, but Goff was sacked on third down, so it would have been fourth and a mile and a half. So they kick a 35-yard or so short field goal, relatively short.
You know what killed him inside? Killed him inside to do it. To kick the field goal.
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't have a play designed for an offensive tackle to score a touchdown or something goofy
and
like
honestly,
that.
Though,
right?
it's weird to say, though, like he couldn't go for it. But all kidding aside, this game, it actually feels like, maybe field goals aren't really the way to go here. Like Dallas and Detroit, I think there's going to be a lot of aggression. We see Dallas go for it, but they both have mega kickers. So I think they'll go for it. But I think there'll be a time where one of them will be like, let's try the 62-yard field goal here. I got confidence in the kicker, especially indoors. So Dallas Cowboys rocking the blue tonight. Strange uniform matchup, Scott. Lions wearing white at home. Cowboys wearing the blue tonight. I guess the Lions figured they'd shake it up and had him to working in the blue. They figured got a lot of bad luck in blue at home this year. Going to go with the white tonight. Yeah, it just sort of throws me off guard. I'm like, it's strange. They're like, I don't know. Maybe they don't want the Cowboys wearing their white. I don't know. Like, they don't want the Cowboys you get these little uniform wars. Remember you and I talked about the Northwestern and Tulane? Northwestern were jerks. No. You can't change jerseys. I still don't get that. What do you care what they wore? Like if you're Northwestern. Remember it was the Hurricane Katrina? They said, listen, we want to honor want to wear the same jerseys that the team wore during Hurricane Katrina. No. You can't do that. We already planned on what you were wearing. Northwestern said no, so Tulane beat them up in the game. And a coach after said that was pretty petty about the jerseys, and we talked about it. We took it out on them. That's just classless, right? It's just dumb. It's a little thing, Scott, though. You know why, though? You know why the Cowboys, though, wear white? It's interesting. Like, they're the only team, right, at home that wear white. The Dolphins do, I guess, because of the weather, right? The sun, blah, blah. But the Cowboys wear white at home. It was Schramm in the old days. It was a vision, Scott, of selling the damn league. This is how crazy. The Cowboys have always been like marketers. He wanted the fans to see the visiting jerseys, nice, cool, dark jerseys. He goes, when people come here, I want them to see the black Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. I want to see them this jersey. And he goes, the visiting fan should see the other team's jersey. That's literally why. Yeah, it was a marketing ploy to actually hype the league. It wasn't some sort of weird advantage,
I always liked the dark jersey. I always thought that as a fan growing up. Like, I don't want to go to my favorite team's game and see the white. The white is just white. Who the hell cares about that? I was like, why are the home teams always wearing the white jersey? Give me the color. Give me the imagination with the road jerseys.
I hate it, Scott. I'm the opposite. To this day, and it's been 25 years or something. I still have to do a mental recheck of every NHL game I watch. Where I look and I'm like, remember the home team's not in white. I have to always sort of reset my brain. The home team's not in white. They used to not be. In the original 6 days, the teams wore dark jerseys at home. But for my lifetime, it was, the home team wore the white jersey at home, Scott. Now they don't in the NHL. And it bothers the hell out of NHL fans, Scott. Dude, I could get 3,000 retweets if I started bitching about the white jerseys in the NHL right now. People would be like, go back to the way it used to be. People hate it, Scott. NBA, I can't even tell anymore. NBA, I watch a game now, and it takes me 2 minutes to figure out who's who sometimes. I'm like, all right, I think that's dude, the other day, Charlotte were in orange, Scott. Charlotte were wearing orange the other night.
Wow, some of those colors.
What the hell is this? I'm like, dude, and I kept on I had to register in my head over and over. That's Charlotte. It's Charlotte. It's Charlotte. It's Charlotte. It was like I was watching the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah, the teal is
Phoenix
gone.
The other day, Scott. Some weird teal thing the other day. They really the NBA, the Raptors. God knows the Raptors have 13 jerseys, bro. There's no, we wear this at home. They're wearing red tonight. They're wearing white the other day. the NBA is just a total merchandise whore, Scott. Each team just has like 10 jerseys, man. You know what I mean?
You can't turn a game on without knowing who's playing and think you can figure it out by looking at the uniform. At least you know the
Knicks. Knicks. I like teams that don't mess around. They're the Knicks. Yeah.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I zig.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the grid. So just like that, our first winner, Gabe, courtesy of Gabe, the over 49.5-yard field goal hits. It hits easily, even if you had it at 50 or 51 or 52. When we get a 58-yarder, 57-yarder from Aubrey for Dallas, and it's 3-3. There's no doubt, Gabe, that they took into the fact that they figured this was going to be a high-scoring game. You got one goofball head coach who never goes for field goals. But even with all that at 49.5, that was a good bet.
I think they just got caught, Scott. I don't think it was by design. I really don't understand this. I bet you all look right now at some random NFL game, it'll be like 52.5. Like 49.5, it's never 49.5 anymore, even with like bad kickers outdoors and stuff.
This is indoors. This is even indoors.
Like, really? I saw it. I don't know. Like, I got to be honest. I was up early. I took a little nap, Scott. I never take naps, but I took a little nap after I did some handicapping today. And I woke up and all hell broke loose. I look at Jamison Williams. I'm like, 3.5, 5.5. What the hell's going on here? And I look at the field goal prop. I literally did like I put the phone down for a second. I sort of did like all right, let me wake up a little bit more here. And let me look again. And I'm like, 49. That was all. I was like, oh, what are the kickers out? What the hell, man? All right, now we just got a big return actually from Detroit now. So all right, so we're off and running. We got 6. Scott, it's not a touchdown, but we do have 6 points, huh? In-game total is 56.5 now. I don't know. That's what I got. Yeah. What do you have the same thing? 56.5. Let me see FanDuel.
55.5 minus 136. So basically,
yeah, kind of the same thing here.
Yeah.
So we've had 2 field goals. I tease it to the over. It's one of these, you know what, Scott? I'm going to take the damn over now because I know I'll end up chasing a bad number later. Yeah. If this thing opens up. I didn't think that Green Bay and Detroit was going to be a track meet last week. I remember it was like, was it 49? Remember even Paul Bovey was like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? We were like kind of hemming and hawing on it. Normally be like, oh, yeah, Lions game's going over. But, and it turned into a track meet. So I guess, I should have just bet it when it was the 53.5 earlier in the week instead of waiting until the 55.5. But Lions have the football at midfield already right now.
Yeah. But, they don't offer a bet, but they should. And will Dan Campbell F up tonight? I don't know what the odds would be on that, but we just do something.
There should be some fun props. Right? Will Dan Campbell go for it? But have little ones. If you're the odds maker. Because not will Dan Campbell. You have one because they do that. There will be that sometimes in some books. You can find like, will either team go for it on fourth down? Or like, will either team convert? Will there be a fourth down conversion tonight? Right? Like you can find those type of props, but you're right. They should dig down deeper with Dan Campbell. Like, will he go for it fourth and 10 longer, plus 350, fourth and 7 longer, fourth and 5 longer or whatnot, like for each one. We'll see. I think, Scott, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I think he's going to be a little bit more conservative tonight and gunshot.
I'll tell you. He's 0 for 7.
Dude, he's 0 for 7. You're 0 for 7. It's not working. You don't have the personnel. And I don't think he cares about fans or what you and I or whatever. I don't think he cares about that, but I think he deep down inside knows he can't F around anymore. It's almost like a gambler, like at the table, Scott. He's down to his last, $1,000 in Vegas now. You know what I mean? Campbell used to have 100K. He doesn't have 100K anymore. I think deep down inside, he knows if I lose this game, we're not making the playoffs. And there's going to be a lot, people are going to start to question me. I don't want to do anything stupid. So I sort of get the feeling he'll be a little bit more conservative tonight.
Yeah. This is the first time they've really been in this position, right? The previous years, he was either bad or they were good, but no one expected him to be good. So do whatever the hell you want. We're good. Who cares?
Now you're expected to be good, and you're not suddenly.
And you're not. Exactly. See, Dallas could suffer a loss and still, mathematically and realistically, I should say, they're both mathematically, but realistically still be in it because they got that tie. You don't go by how many wins a team has.
Well, and
you go
also,
by how many losses.
There's another thing, too. Dallas lose tonight, and everybody says the same thing. Well, that was a pretty good run they went on. They were in a tough spot. And, that was, they won their 3. And, Schottenheimer ain't on the hot seat if he loses tonight.
Right.
It'll be like, man, we actually had a pretty good run. Next year we'll be better. They won't give up on the season and stuff. Detroit loses this game. There'll be a lot of Dan Campbell talk. Let's just call it off what it is. There'll be a lot of questions. And I guarantee you the Jared Goff sucks talk will pop back up again. Remember, it went from Jared Goff, he's no good, to Jared Goff is great, to he's regressing right now. I don't really think it's his fault per se. The offensive line is injured, right? And Goff's the type of guy where everything needs to be clicking. Everything needs to be working around him. And he can drive, he can conduct the train and he can do it. Stuff starts breaking down. Don't ask him to save your ass, right? He's not Josh Allen. All right, Josh, we need you to, you got to carry us on this drive. Yeah. He can't do that. And it seems like, they try to with Gibbs, and Gibbs sort of gets tired as the game goes on. This is a big game, Scott, for both teams, man. This is really an early playoff eliminator.
Yeah. Detroit's got L.A., the Rams, on the road next week. I mean,
dear God.
Listen, could you, you're not going to win that game realistically,
right? You and I have been
So-
talking about this for weeks. I said this, and I'm sure you would agree. Maybe you even brought it up on your podcast, that there's 2 teams, Scott, coming into the week. There was your sort of, if you want to take them, now is the time to do it. Cowboys to make the playoffs, you had to do it before tonight. And the Cincinnati Bengals, same thing.
Yeah.
If the Bengals beat the Bills, they're back in this thing for real. They're all, like you said before, they're only 2 games out of first place right now. It's, there's still time left. They have a good division record. They have the Ravens coming up. Cincinnati wins this week, guys. Suddenly, they're in the mix again. And I wouldn't want to play them suddenly if they made the playoffs with Joe Burrow being back, right? So I'm just stating, as far as futures are concerned, there's a lot of teams. Same thing with my Bills, Scott. They're 10-1 right now to win the Super Bowl. if the Bills beat the Bengals this week, I guarantee you the Bills hype begins again, right? Every time the Bills win a couple of games, everybody wants to give them the Super Bowl, bro. And then they lose one game, and everyone wants to fire McDermott. It's a very emotional sort of thing right now with the Bills. It's true. They beat the Bengals here. They look good doing it. Suddenly, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, Josh Allen and the Bills are being slept on, right? It's a week-to-week league, Scott. It's like musical chairs. And we're not quite, but we're pretty much there, Scott, where it's like, how do you finish? Did you peak too early? You know what I mean? Nothing matters before, like for everybody. Cowboys win this game. Doesn't matter they sucked 2 months ago. It's like, well, they don't suck now, and they're in the mix now. Right? So we're getting to that point now, like you and I talked about the Colts going in the wrong direction, we both believe. Yeah, nice year. It's December now. You're going in the wrong direction. You want to be going in the right direction. We have a safety.
Bang. Got a safety?
We got it all in this game. We got a safety, Scott. The Detroit Lions just sacked Dak Prescott in the end zone.
Wow.
5-3. Who want that in there? You got that in your boxes, your squares?
Good gravy.
5-3.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a baseball game. It's a baseball game.
2 field goals and a safety before a touchdown. What would the odds been on that? Next to nothing. I'm astronomical.
Dude, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, it's kind of a safety. It kind of one of the angles. It looked like they picked him up and threw him into the end zone type thing. Like, yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Like his foot was kind of outside the goal line before he got hit. But no, I'm seeing different angles. Like that's the safety. It is being officially reviewed though.
I mean,
it's pretty close to like Hutchinson. Like Hutchinson kind of. Oh, it's Campbell. Like they kind of picked him up in the air and he landed back. Right. Look, there's one half a foot in the end zone. The other one's on the line. And then he gets pushed back and sort of. To me, it's a safety. It's a safety.
Ball's got to be completely
close.
Out. I will say that. I will let you know.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We'll let you know.
I think it'll count.
I think so too.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I said.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
I tell you, in-game live game day here on the grid. I'll tell you, I've seen some more wacky instant reviews or replays in baseball be overturned. But Gabe, I don't know. They overturned it. They came back and said that the ball was complete. Now the ball for a touchdown, only an inch of the ball has to be on the white line. For a safety, the entire ball's got to be not on the white line, but outside the white line. So any point of the ball being on that white line or actually in the end zone is a safety. And they ruled that when he was hit originally, the entire ball was out. I don't know what angle they saw, but if they did, I didn't see it on TV. So no safety. It looked like a safety.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they overturned it as well. As I stated, there was one angle originally, sort of live. It kind of looked like Campbell and Hutchinson kind of picked him up outside the goal line, and they kind of slammed him backwards. Which I even said live, like, "Whoa, I don't know if you can really do that." Like, right? And for a safety, but then seeing it over and over, I don't see what they see either, Scott. Like, that's a safety. I mean, he got hit in the effing end zone. The ball was not out of the end zone. Like, the ball was not. Like, I was even just looking at one of his feet, and his foot didn't really matter. It was where the ball was. So That's a very strange call. I don't know. I've said it before that the NFL, Scott, that even though they have replay and review, they still get it wrong. Yeah. Right? They still get it wrong. I mean,
I'd like
it's
to
crazy
know
because, like, in soccer, they have this VAR, same thing. It's more state-of-the-art, though. Right? It's basically like computerized. So like if it's offside or not, it doesn't lie. It's sort of like tennis. You know what I mean? You can see the line. Right. And soccer fans get frustrated by it because sometimes like a guy's like literally his hair is blowing in the wind and it's offside because the computer sort of picks it up as being over the line. Let's be real, man. For a league, the NFL can boast all they want. They boast about being super rich, Scott. The officiating is garbage. How do we not have a chip in the ball? How do we not have technology on the goal lines? Like, how we, what are we doing? Like, there's no, for a league that makes like $22 billion a year, they don't really seem to care about like the details of things. It's like, don't worry about that. People have been dealing with bad calls for years. Don't worry about it. Like, they don't want to fix it. They could.
They don't. Yeah. The chip in the ball is the most obvious. I mean, you just put a chip in one end of the football and another end when the manufacturer's making the balls, and there you go. Boom. Case closed, right? It's like I say with these bench-clearing brawls in baseball. They love them. If you just made the rule, you leave the dugout, you get suspended, you wouldn't have bench-clearing brawls. So they like them. Same thing here. They like the controversy. I don't know how. I mean, I guess on Twitter it's blowing up about how that's a safety. I don't know how. Listen, we're doing our own show, so if they bring
it's been years. It's been years, Scott. We've been hearing this though about chipping the ball. There's been chips in the ball, but
yes,
you know what I mean. They can never. Right. Yeah, I don't know why. Like they don't use it though, right? They're like, well, the technology isn't up to like. We've been hearing for years, bro, about there'll be no more chains and it'll be computerized and automatic. You'll be able to see the first down and like. They don't do it. They were supposed to do it this year. They don't do it. Yeah. Right? It's always, we were going to do it, but it's not working up to snuff. Well, you guys are the richest sports league on the globe. If you really wanted the technology to work, you would really hire people to do it for real. Right? Yeah. You wouldn't be this like, don't worry, maybe next year. Like, I don't know. Like, also to be honest with you, I mean, look at the NFL. Look at all the money they make. They want the damn ball back if it goes into the standstill, Scott. Yeah. They don't let you keep the ball. Yeah,
it's true.
They're keep the ball.
Afraid to see. Yeah, they're probably afraid for you to open the ball up and see that chip. To tell you the truth, and then
what are you hiding in the ball, guys? You spying on us all? Like, what are you secretly hiding? Like, even the Arena League lets you keep the ball, Scott. It's one of the perks. You go to Arena football, and they're like, yeah, if the ball goes, you keep the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I remember I covered an Arena game many, many moons ago. When Arena football just started, it was out at Nassau Coliseum here on the island. It was the funniest thing. The New York team was playing on the island for some reason. And you would see...
New York Dragons.
Exactly. Dragons, right? So you would see, Gabe, 20,000 people when it was time to kick the extra point go from one end of the Coliseum to
everybody to get the ball.
They get behind the goalpost, yeah. And then when it was the time to kick off the other side, they would all run down the other side.
And people have fun with that, though. It's part of going to the game. It's like, you know what? And we might catch a ball, right? It'd be like, they'll let you keep the football if you catch it,
Yeah.
In fact, I saw there's a video the other day. It was LSU at Oklahoma. And LSU were warming up before the game, and they kicked the ball into the stands, but it was like the kicker's ball.
In the stands? I saw that.
Yeah, so there's some jackass Oklahoma fan. Guy's like in his 50s, too, he looked like. He kept the ball. So the kid from LSU, the equipment manager, comes up and explains to him, listen, it's our kicking ball. It's a practice ball. We don't have that many of them and stuff. Can I have the ball back? The Oklahoma fan basically starts assaulting this kid from LSU over a football.
Yeah.
And the cops had to come in. There's a touchdown, Jamison Williams. No, I take it back.
No?
I take it back. He's out at the 1.
Now let's see if they use.
You know what? I don't want to, Scott. I
him.
don't want to be a stickler here. I don't want to be the cop giving you a ticket for going 1 mile over the speed limit here. He just threw the ball into the stand, Scott. You didn't even score a touchdown. How's this not a penalty? As a Dallas Cowboy batter. Look, he thought he scored. He didn't realize that he stepped out of bounds. He gets in the end zone. He literally whips the ball. No call here. Wow. I'm surprised. Yeah. Some referees would be like, whoa. You can't be doing that.
Technically, that's delay a game. And worse, delay a game, right? That's what it would be, you would think.
Kyle Turley got suspended for throwing a helmet. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw things, but...
Was it his helmet, though? that he threw.
Well, no, it wasn't his helmet. He's protecting his quarterback and Aaron Brooks. But So Gibbs gets the first touchdown of the game after all. Got touchdown, Detroit.
Yeah. That's the only good thing about that non-safety I was going to bring up is you get a safety,
better
you get
field
2
position.
points. Yeah, you're kicking out from the end of your end zone. You're gaining
let me ask,
30
Scott,
yards.
unless you're the Raiders and you do it
20.
Unless you're the Raiders and you try an onside punt on the safety. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's like a punt. Let's punt it 10 yards to see what happens.
I'll update the lines when we come back.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I think.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe closing out hour number 1. So, touchdown Lions. Gibbs the 1-yard TD run puts them up 10-3. Little Thursday night football here. Update the lines. Lions are now 6.5-point favorites, and the over-under is up to 57.5, and they still have 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And it does appear, Gabe, as we were talking, that this Lions offense, whether it's Amon St. Brown being back in the lineup, looks like it's come to play. And Dallas is going to have to put some points on the board if they're going to win this football game. They're not. I can't see the Lions getting at least 24 to 27 points the way they're playing right now. So the Cowboys got to pick up the pace here a little bit.
There's a crispness to the Lions offense so far tonight. There definitely is, right? Yeah. They're dialed in. Like it feels like a playoff game almost. This game kind of does. Has this sort of wild card feel. Jared Goff, 7 of 10 so far, 76 yards. Strong start for Goff. He got sacked once. That's kind of like the only negative play that they've had. They've done a really nice job. It's amazing. He's completed 7 passes to 5 different guys, right? So St. Brown has 2 catches. Gibbs has 3 catches already out of the backfield. Furster's got a catch. Dwelly's got a catch, right? So they're mixing it up. We'll see if they can sustain this, right, over 60 minutes. It's going to be up for Dallas, though. You talked about it. It's a tough spot for Dallas to match the intensity on a weekly basis, guys, right? From the Monday Nighter in Vegas to beating the Philadelphia Eagles. They were down 21-0. They come back. They win the football game. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs 5 days later on a short week. It's a lot of adrenaline right now they're running on. But, man, they're playing so well. But they're can't dig yourself too big of a hole here, Scott, because the Lions are capable of blowing you out when things are going well for them.
Yeah. You get that false sense of security. Like, oh, okay, we came from 21-0 down. We came from 7-0 down against Kansas City. That's no big deal. But you just can't rely on that week in, week out, especially a team like Detroit that is not going to take the foot off the pedal. Their season. They know their season's on the line. You knew you were going to get an A effort out of them tonight. So, yeah, it's up to Dallas.
I think the Cowboys respond here. I think they respond on this drive, Scott. I just jumped in. They're getting 5.5 now. This game, I think, could be who has the ball last wins type of deal. I just got in on, it's funny because Dak's number was the exact same at closing time, 280.5. So I just got in on over 280.5 passing yards for Dak. The Cowboys really don't run the ball that much, right? They throw the ball. Yeah. They'll run the ball in the red zone a little bit. Like their running backs might score a touchdown every now and then, but for the most part, this is a pass-happy offense. The strength of their offense is passing. And the strength of the Lions, the weakness of the Lions' defense is their pass defense. So that's why Dak's numbers were so high tonight, but I think he gets there. That was a quick first quarter.
Yeah. Well,
entertaining first quarter. Not quick, but it was entertaining. Yeah, quick first hour for us. Doesn't feel like we've been on for an hour.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. They got 13 points in the and really, I mean, you count the 2-point safety, which wasn't there, so it was kind of goofy there. But, it kind of flew by for sure for 10-3. CD's got nothing. They're not giving you much of a discount as far as receptions. I'm looking for yards for these Cowboy receivers, right? He's at 72.5. That's not that far from what it was to start the game. Pickens has got 15. He's up to 87.5. Ferguson's got 19 for 50.5. Yeah, they don't run the ball. There's no two ways about it. So down 7, up 7, doesn't matter. They're throwing.
How about this? So a little quick look somewhere else beside the football game. The LA Lakers are in Toronto tonight. So Lakers are smoking hot. They've won 8 straight home games. No Luka Doncic tonight. I talked about it last night for the birth of his girlfriend's having another kid. He's in Slovenia. So you figure, okay, I tell you what, LeBron James has terrorized the Raptors over the years. Like he has his best numbers against the Raptors. It's insane, like how well he's done in Toronto. They call it LeBronto, actually. It's like the nickname type thing, right? Like LeBronto. But here we go again, Scott. First half, you figure, okay, no Luka, 4 points. I thought tonight, all right, there's no Luka. We'll see what happens. Like it'll sort of revert back to, okay, LeBron will step up. He always plays well in Toronto, and now there's no Luka taking the shots. Still, I'm really surprised by this once again. So he's at 4 points right now. His number is at 12.5 right now.
Wow. He is shooting tonight, at least. I'll say that. He's got 9 shots. So it's not because he's not trying. It's just because he's can't shoot. So Reeves is
He
the guy.
should get
Again,
there. Yeah, Reeves
you
got
would
21.
There's got to be a game. There's no doubt about that pick-em bet that we talked about him getting 10 points. There's going to be a game he doesn't get 10 this year.
The streak is in risk. It's nightly basis now, where he only has 4 points in the first half or 2 points.
Yeah.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, I don't. That's it. I don't want you to get a read. I said.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the best bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid. Hour number 2, Scott and Gabe looking at a little Thursday night football, a couple NBA games and some hockey as well. And we welcome in our good buddy Sean Higgs, winnersandwhiners.com, joins us for all the Monday and Thursday night games. What's going on, Sean? How are you tonight?
Not too bad, but like you guys, it's like kind of like a weird first quarter there. You expected some points. There's only the 1 touchdown late. I need some
there
some
were points.
Hey,
there
that's the
were
kind of we
points,
need,
though. Right?
We
It just they weren't
here,
touchdowns.
fellas. We need some touchdowns.
Yeah.
Come on.
We'll get
I'll put it this way, though. Look, there were 13 points. If there was 2 touchdowns and 1 missed extra point, be like, wow, there's already been 2 touchdowns. Doesn't really matter how we've gotten here, right? They've gotten there. Like, the total is higher now than it was before the game started. But it is strange. You got a strange flow to it. You're right, Sean. And what baffles me, too, it's like the Cowboys, I'll give them credit, though. I don't like it from my prop perspective, but we all said, oh, you know what? Dallas is going to throw the ball. They don't run the ball much. Dallas is running the ball now on this drive. You know what I mean? I like that they're doing something that, all right, it looks like they want to keep Detroit off the field a little bit. They're slowing it down, but I'm surprised by this. But Dallas are like running the ball systematically on this drive. Now they're throwing it. So Dallas at the 20-yard line right now, 22-yard line.
Yeah, I need I need Dak. I did some alternate crazy extended numbers, like 300 yards for him, some for plus money, and Pickens for like 98 yards. If Pickens doesn't get any end zone, like the holidays.
Does Pickens have a catch yet? Does he have a catch yet, Pickens?
2 for 15. 2 for 15.
2 for 15.
Crackers.
All right.
Yeah, crackers and tuna
Let's
fish
see,
with no mayonnaise.
CeeDee Lamb, 1 for 16. You need mac and cheese out of the box, Higgs.
What were your plays tonight, Sean? What do you like now?
I'm all over the place. I got a bunch. I had early Dallas and over numbers at 5.5 and 52.5. But prop wise, I got Gibbs over 32 or 34.5 receiving yards. I got a combo of his rushing and receiving 120. A Pickens, I got a 92 or 98 yards for plus money. Jameson Williams went 100 yards. He's a plus like 155 on that one. I did some touchdowns with like all three of those guys to score at like 5-1 or some crap, because Gibbs, that guy's always minus some crazy number for one touchdown.
Minus 250.
Yeah, come on, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you almost got to take the first touchdown of the game. And all right, Dak, I thought it was maybe a touchdown here, but it was incomplete into the end zone. So we got a 2nd and 10. I got the Gibbs prop over 120.5 rushing receiving yards as well.
I took a crazy one like 10 minutes before the game, like a Lupke touchdown for like 13 or 15-1. And I just saw he threw to that guy Flourney in the end zone. I'm like, oh, where's Luppy or Lupke, whoever he is. I really thought this would be like a crazy 40-34 game. I mean, it could still get there. It could still get out of hand. You never know.
We only had one punt, so it's not. They're going up and down the field here a little bit. Dallas is just dinking and dunking the ball. That's all. We're used to seeing Pickens and CD. Go down the field.
Yeah, they're not attacking.
Just dinking and
dunking. I don't know if they're sort of. It's like a boxer setting it up, but that's what I said. I'm surprised. I get let's catch him off guard and run a draw play here and there, and we're not going to throw the ball 72 times, but. Dude, like the clock is ticking. Start attacking a little bit. You got Pickens. You've got Lamb. The Lions secondary is shredded. Attack it. All right. Now they're in a 3rd and long. They just lost yards on the screenplay.
I mean, you're at the 15. Come on. You got Ferguson over the middle here. You can do a bunch of things. Let's be honest.
Down goes Dak.
There's a sack again. Yeah, that's it. Here comes the 3. Here we go. 10-6. Well,
they've been afraid of Hutchinson. They've thrown the ball only one more time than they've run it. If you want to count just total attempts. Yeah, 12-11.
And the way Dak has been throwing the ball coming in, how are you not attacking the secondary for Detroit?
Yeah. Live who you are. Live who you are.
Who are the receivers for the Giants?
Is attacking. Who you are now is attacking through the air, right? And Pickens is like big coming out party. Oh, dear God. I thought that was going to be missed. Like, it's amazing how Aubrey drills these 58-yarders down the middle. Or like that 42-yarder was like, whoa. Like, it looked like it wasn't going to go in. But, yeah, I don't understand I get it. You want to mix it up, and you don't want to be predictable. But I don't understand Dallas's cautious game plan.
You're losing right now, though. It's not like you're up 24-13. You can play a little game. You're down. You're down on the road. What are you doing? Throw the
ball. Could be down 17-6 in a minute if they're not careful.
Yeah. That's what we need. For our props. We need Detroit to go up 2 scores. And
I need a Jameson Williams 66-yard touchdown pass here. That'd be great. We get Jameson in the end zone. Nice, fast. Boom, boom, boom. Get it 3 plays down the field, and then Dallas comes down and scores 17-14. They'll go for 2. Probably miss it 17-13. You know them.
The total has fallen to 53.5 now.
Yeah. Which is still not a bad price. You got 16 points, and there's still 9.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So
I mean, you could conceivably get still 17 points in the second quarter right now with 9 minutes to go if you get a quick score.
Yeah, 2 scores. Yeah. Like I said, we only had 1 punt.
Dallas hasn't slowed down the Lions yet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I played the Dak passing yards props. And Gabe played it as well in game. What do you think about that? It's 257.5. He's got 57 yards. I mean,
I like it. I took it over 300. I took it over 304 with the guy. 300 yards.
Would you now? If you don't have a dog in a fight now, would you go in on 257.5 from what you've seen?
Oh yeah, yes. Why wouldn't I? Because they're going to be trailing the whole game. They're going to be down 24-6 at the half, probably. Yeah, he's going to be throwing the ball left and right. I think that's
they
good.
fall behind here. By necessity, they're going to open up the offense soon, right? I mean, I said, I'm surprised. That last drive was very passive. They threw the ball once, essentially. They took one shot into the end zone, and it was run, run, run. They did a little behind the line of scrimmage, a little screen play. They really didn't have a hope in hell. I'm really, like I said, I'm really shocked by the conservative play calling on that last drive.
After what you saw on Thanksgiving from their offense, or from their defense, the Detroit defense, and what you saw on Sunday against what they did against the Giants and those receivers, how the heck aren't you just chucking the ball downfield? Worst case, maybe by some freak accident gets picked off, but you might get a pass interference call on one of these secondary guys who are backups. But yet, no,
the Lions D-line are beating the Cowboys O-line so far tonight, right? You saw the safety that they didn't call, etc. Like Campbell and Hutchinson, they are causing chaos tonight. The D-line is bringing it for the Lions, but it doesn't mean you stop throwing the ball. Just get rid of the ball quickly. Like I don't. Yeah, it's like they've been like, whoa, we're not going to throw the ball anymore because we got sacked once or twice. Like I said, Dak has been hit a couple of times, and they've gotten cautious, but they're going to lose. Like if they don't start picking up the pace.
You got two receivers you can throw slants to. What are you doing? Come on, throw the ball. Yeah. Did you forget your Kansas City game plan? You looked great against Kansas City, who has a better defense, and this is what you get to win. This is why the Cowboys could not be taken seriously ever. I'm going to smash my Randy White helmet.
You're not 10-6 in the second quarter. Yeah, I'm not throwing the end of the world.
I'm not. Yeah,
it's just
not panicked.
It sucks for our props, but it works out well for them at this point. But for our props,
here. I mean, everybody wants offense and stuff like that. But you're trailing in the game and you're playing like you're winning 17-7 in the first. What is this play calling from this guy from last week?
You're like the dude on the street harassing Jimmy Butler for your bad bets. I bet you to score 30 or more points.
No, I'm not. I'm just because again, I'm a Dallas fan, but how they've been winning the last couple of weeks, this is not how they've won. This is not what got them their little win streak. They're passing, and Dak has gotten them to it. We're just going to throw that out the window now? Jason Garrett, it doesn't make a difference who's the coach is. McCarthy, time to win.
Not Detroit.
If Detroit scores here and they don't pick it up, then we'll have something to yell and scream about. All right, more coming up in Game Live.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
Now you're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I zig.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe chat with Sean Higgs, winnersandwhiners.com, winnersandwhiners.com. So we got our first Detroit punt as the Lions decided not to go for it. How about that? 4th and 2 for their own 37. It sounds pretty logical to me, but we were talking Dan Campbell here, Sean. So you a little surprised he didn't go for it? Up 10-6, second quarter?
No, I mean, listen, even before I came on, Gabe was talking about him and being a little more conservative. He's 7-5. They're 7-5 this year. They might miss the playoffs. You knew that spot he wasn't going to go for it, but he's not going to change his ways. Fourth quarter in some kind of game, and possibly this game if it's close at 27-24, 27-26 or whatever it'll be. He'll go for it. He's not going to change whether they're 7.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
he's coaching a smart game. He hasn't pushed the envelope. There's nothing, he hasn't had a big decision to make, really. But I'll tell you what, I'm on the Cowboys, but the Lions, there's a frustration growing. I mean, I'm still baffled by that non-safety call.
Safety.
And that was offside, like I said. Like, buddy, 3 of them move. One of them kind of, number 54, kind of, I don't know if they're saying, no, he timed it perfectly, but kind of baffling there. Like that the referees keep on sort of pinching the Lions. I'll put it that way. There's been some bad calls against the Lions so far in this game. And I say this as someone that's on Dallas.
Maybe they're trying to spark a little a flame underneath them because they look like crap on Thanksgiving. They played terrible against the Giants. Maybe they're trying to hey, come on, get up, Lions, poke the bear, poke the lion here, get up, start playing with some urgency here.
Or who would you rather want in the postseason if you're the NFL? Dallas with
Cowboys.
50 million, or Detroit.
Yeah, so maybe Scott. The other thing is maybe they're setting it up exactly. It's a soft landing, sort of like we give the Lions a couple of early calls, and then later we're gonna pull the carpet out, and Dallas gets the big call to win. The league would rather the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, hell, they would kill the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
I'm a fair Cowboy fan. You really want whining Dallas fans in there? They're worse than the SEC people. I mean, come on.
Well, Notre Dame is ranked. Notre Dame is want Dallas in there.
Because everyone hates them too. People it's like Duke, right? Duke get big ratings because people either love them or people are like, man, I want to see this team lose.
Yeah.
I mean, people still want to know Dallas going to be on Thanksgiving. They haven't been good in years. Whatever. Dallas is officially the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, Devin Detroit.
There you go. CeeDee Lamb, a nice little grab there. We'll take that.
CeeDee Lamb's getting some action. 94. I think you're definitely live for that 300. I liked it at over. I got this afternoon at 260 and change. Then it went up to 280, Sean, by kickoff.
See, look at this last play here. This is why they're not throwing it as much. Like you said, they just had a big play to CeeDee Lamb, but look at on this next play here. Like, they're freaking lucky that wasn't caught. Like, and this whole thing's a disaster. Like, what is that? This has to be behind the line of scrimmage. Like, look at this. Dak just pulled like a college football player, like a college quarterback. He went backwards like 15, 20 yards. He threw the ball sideways. No one even knew, like, what did you just do? Like, yeah, it's down ball. Wow. Like, really, that's like some college stuff that Dak just did. How many yards did he just lose for them? Let's see. What is this now? Second and what? Second and a mile.
26. 16-yard loss.
He lost 16 yards on that play, guys. Yeah. Scotty literally went like, it was literally like a college kid. Like, whoa, don't do this. Like, he kept going backwards.
Keep running around.
I was like, dude, you're not going to outrun him. I was saying, though, this is why their pass attack is not in sync here tonight. The Lions' D-line is winning the battle against the Cowboys' O-line so far.
Yeah.
Well, there goes 15 yards off his passing total.
It's even worse, too, because, it's even worse. He threw it. It was a loss. You know what, though? Ferguson didn't have a choice but to catch it, Sean, because it was behind the line of scrimmage. It would have been a live ball. He should have got up, though, right away. He was lying on the ground. He should have got up, bro. It was just such a disaster play. Like, no one even knew what was happening. Like, the Lions even stopped moving. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, no. Listen, he gets up and he fumbles it, then it turns into a real total nightmare. Just lay on it and start over. That's all you can do here.
Oh, boy. Yeah, now the Cowboys are in meltdown mode now. They just fumbled.
Yeah, just punt. Okay.
So Ferguson, they
Third
just
down.
dumped it off. Is this Ferguson? They dumped it off on third down, and they fumbled it. The Cowboys caught the ball. They fumbled it. Was it Ferguson or the other? No, it's Ferguson, yeah. So it's Lions ball at midfield now. Oh, boy.
Yep.
That helps the total.
Yeah. I'm surprised the one play was ruled a fumble with Ferguson getting the
Yeah, that's
ball
what
there.
I'm saying, Scott. That other play was weird. You saw, like,
That was...
it was a pass, but behind the line of scrimmage because he was so far back.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So,
it's
like,
kind of
if that hits the
timely.
ground, it's a live ball. That's a live
That
ball
should have
then.
been a
It's not
live
an
ball.
incomplete pass. Yeah.
Right. So
like,
and then
Ferguson
got it,
and, like,
and
yeah.
then just stopped
So, like,
running.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know,
But that's
like,
what I'm
okay.
talking about. That third and 20. Let's run a 3-yard pass. 3rd and 20. 3-yard.
Well,
And then
3-yard
they
little
fumble
bubble.
it. Then they fumble
they fumble it
it.
anyway.
This has not
Just
been a little
chuck
good
it down the
sequence for the
field.
Cowboys here this last couple of minutes.
You
This
chuck
is
it down
best
the
just-
field. It's 50-50. Interception, incompletion, pass interference. What's the worst case scenario?
Nah.
So they get picked off on the 10-yard line?
They were
Or you're
thinking,
Yeah, the
Sean,
offensive line.
they were thinking, we got Brandon Aubrey. They were thinking, you know
Yeah.
what? Let's just get it back into field goal range and kick a 60-yarder here
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
dump off. there.
Seven.
How crazy is that? Yeah, we're going to say 62
I know,
yards.
but he can do it. He can do
Yeah.
it, though.
He just hit a
I know.
57-yarder.
I know.
Dak's running for his. I will say Dak's running for his life.
Yeah, you
back
see
there.
it, Scott. Like,
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, they're
I
like,
mean, every single play.
like it's a problem. Like, it's not
Like,
his
that was a
fault, but
short
he's got to
pass,
just get
but
rid of the
look-
ball quickly.
Yeah, he did look like he
Defense is
was
showing
looking
up there.
downfield. Yeah, who would have thought that? Over under now was
Good.
down
I mean,
to
that Lions
where
defense
you
is
look.
not. But then, you know what, though? Are we shocked that the Lions defense is showing up here? I mean, we saw them against the Eagles, looked all right. And then they had a debacle against the Giants. It's not like they've been terrible all year. You know, a couple bad games, bad plays, but season on the line, they're going to
50 and a
show
half.
up.
John, good job as always. Winnersandwhiners.com. Check them out.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
Now you're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, I don't. That's it. I don't want you to get a read. I said.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the best bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. While we were away, how about a touchdown? Detroit Lions. David Montgomery going 35 yards as he scampers in, giving the Lions now with the extra point a 17-6 lead. All right, so then we got 4.5 minutes left to go. We were kind of hoping for 10 points, at least 10, get us back in the ball game with the over. And now we can get a little greedy. We got 23 points. We get a touchdown by Dallas, and just like that, boom, we're well past the halfway point.
Everything was fine. Everything was fine. Higgs was just in a panic tonight. I think Higgs bet too much or something.
Yeah, I know. He was like, he was
every play I need this. Oh, he was freaking out. Oh, this like, dude, we're 4 minutes into the second quarter. Higgs, calm down. Like, he was stressing me out, bro. I'm like, dude, like, I got a lot on this game as well. All right, it's early. All right, just chill out, man. You're freaking out way too early.
Yeah, we always get more points in the fourth quarter anyway. So it's like, he thought it was like a college
55
game,
and a half
college
now.
Basketball game. Yeah,
no,
right back there. There we are.
It's a 23. What do you want? Like, you know what I mean? Here we go. And we'll see what the Cowboys do. Now, though, the Cowboys, you brought it up. It's tough to match the intensity, but now is the Cowboys. This is where it's dangerous. You can't let it get away from you here and turn into that route that you talked about earlier, potentially. Right? You're down 17-6 now. You've got to score on this drive. You've got to stop the bleeding. Because Detroit have come to play tonight. Detroit Lions look like a team who know their season's on the line tonight.
Yep, you have to. So Lions or the Cowboys do get the ball to start the second half as well. So certainly a field goal. Not that it wouldn't be anyway at this early in the stage, but it certainly is in play here at 17-6. But yeah, you can't go 3 and out and the Lions get the ball scored on a touchdown. All of a sudden at halftime, it's 23-6. Ball game's not over or 24-6, but it's like, when does the doubt creep in at that point? So you got to respond here a little bit. Well, I should have been on the other side with my over. I just didn't know Amon St. Brown was going to end up playing, and I really thought that Dallas would come out and score some points. I figured they would give up a ton, but I didn't think they would lay an egg offensively against that Detroit defense.
It's not like St. Brown is killing it. I mean, he's got 2 catches, 33 yards. It's part of the offense. It helps, obviously, having him there. Right? Yeah. It opens stuff up for everybody else. They've been very diversified with they've been really spreading it out as well. Like Jameson Williams. It feels like Williams has been a bigger part of this football game, but he's only got 1 catch for 25 yards.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you're not getting at a discount on Dak. Everything we're saying about him and that Cowboys offense, look at his passing numbers now. He's at 102, and it's 314 and a half. Wow.
Yeah, that 257 and a half was a steal a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, a real steal. They're making it seem like they're down 3 scores, and they're not. They're only down 2 scores. So, but does he get to 315?
I think they will abandon it, though. I think they will abandon. Like I said, last drive, they were very run the ball. You gave the numbers about, it's like 50-50 with them throwing and running the ball. They're going to have to start attacking through the air here now. Like, I get it. You wanted to what you wanted to do. It's not working. The math isn't adding up. The clock is working against you already here. You're down by 11. Time to start throwing the football.
Yeah. A little too conservative. And you got to realize you're not going to have all day. So you can't throw the balls 30 yards down the field, but you can throw 15. You should be able to run some slants, create some offense where, it's little catch and run. That you can still do, obviously. But you can't just continue to pound the ball to Williams, who's got 8 carries for 26 yards. I mean, that's 3 yards a carry. That's not good in the NFL. It just isn't. And 7 came on 1 carry, so it's really 7 for 19. Eventually, you just got to say it's not happening. So get CD involved. He's got 58 yards. He's got a whopping number 2 right now, reception-wise. It was over 100 yards, 115. It's up to 58. Gibbs
only 3 carries for 18 yards. There's strange numbers in this game. Like the box score is strange, but he's got 45 yards receiving. So he's got 4 catches already for 45 yards. We played over 120, so it's not a bad start. He's at 63 yards for the combined yards, and you figure that he'll get some carries as the game goes on. Montgomery, 2 carries, 37 yards with a long of 35. He had a 35-yard touchdown run. So Montgomery and Gibbs have both scored. So prop players have sort of hit on the Lions side. Now we got to get some Cowboy players started to get into the end zone.
Yeah. By 2 touchdowns at 18-1, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. I got one in. I got 2 rushing touchdowns for Detroit. So one
there's
leg
2
down,
rushing
3 to
touchdowns
go.
already. CeeDee Lamb with a big first down here, a little bit of a chunk play. So Cowboys on the move here.
All right.
Man, CeeDee Lamb's up to 79 yards.
Wow. He's set up for a monster day. It's well over 115.5 now. But more coming up in-game live. Game day on the grid.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
Now you're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I think.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number 2. So I go to refresh my drinks here, Gabe, and I see a pass interference penalty giving Dallas the ball at the 1-yard line, but I don't see a smile on your face. What happened since? Must not be good.
I feel like a Cowboy fan right now, but I'm starting to hate Jake Ferguson. Like, all right, you fumbled the ball before, which did lead to a touchdown. Thank you very much, just for the record. Right? So you fumbled the ball in midfield. It led to a touchdown. Now, Pickens gets interfered with. Dak throws like a 50-yard bomb into the end zone. Pickens clearly interfered with. Would have been first and goal from the goal line, as Scott stated. Offsetting penalties because Jake Ferguson gets called for hands to the face on the offensive line. He got into a little shoving battle with Aiden Hutchinson, and Hutchinson baited him into the little head slap back and forth, and he got called. Offsetting penalties. You just cost him a touchdown. That's a touchdown penalty.
That's a touchdown. First and goal at the 1. You figure they got to score, right?
And you fumbled that led to a touchdown. Like, Jake Ferguson has really screwed the Cowboys in the last 6 minutes.
Wow. You just can't, that's what separates teams that want to win and teams that
this is
don't.
why you don't make the playoffs. There's stuff like that.
I've had this discussion with people many, many times, Gabe. The talent's all the same. Maybe the top 2-3 teams, lower 2-3 teams, but otherwise, there's 25 teams that all have the same kind of talent. It's just whoever executes, whoever wants to win, and whoever wants to screw around and worry about their manhood. The Pittsburgh Steelers, with all their goofiness. those teams just don't want to win. They don't have players that if it happens, great, but I'm not going to do whatever is necessary to win. You don't get involved in scrums like that, especially when you grab the face mask. You're right there at the line of scrimmage. There's 5,000 officials at the line of scrimmage. Someone's going to see you.
Yeah, it started off as sort of a hands to the face. Maybe he would have gotten away with it, but then it turned into just sort of one of those back and forth, just a devastating penalty. It's a 55, it's a 50-yard penalty. I mean, he just took points off the board, essentially. Would have been first and goal from the 1. Now they still have the ball, right? So now they got a big 3rd and 4 coming up here, and they do get the ball to start the second half. So they're in no rush, right? They'd like to eat up the rest of this half and go into the next half here, but all right, they convert at least on the 3rd down, so they are moving the ball. But Ferguson's not having a great year, Scott, this year. I'm getting a flashback to Ferguson fumbling like a couple of games ago, actually, as well.
He may have. He may have. So it's just, for the over players, I mean, that takes points. That takes at least 7, if not maybe 10 points off the
I was
board.
very happy about the total for a second there. I was like, all right, boom, we're going to be at 30 here suddenly. I was like, man. All right, here we go again. Oh, they just threw another bomb. I thought it was going to be caught. It wasn't. Yeah, that's just frustrating. Like, they better get at least 3 out of this. But you just took a touchdown off the board, Ferguson.
Yeah. I mean, 6 points against this Lions defense. 2 minutes left to go. Minute and a half left to go now, first half. 3rd and 4.
You'll notice, though, like, all right, so they really haven't aired it out. You air it out. You send Pickens down the field, and he got so open they had to interfere with him. So I don't know why you don't attack. Like, Lamb was just open right now. Dak missed him down the sidelines, but Lamb was open. Like, Lamb just, like, they're getting, I'm telling you, you can run straight past these Lion DBs. They have a hard time with the deep ball. Now there's another flag. The Cowboys pick up a first down. Now the Lions are all celebrating. What are you doing, Dallas? What are you doing?
It's back to being the old Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, don't tell Pickens. Pickens looks like he's now. Pickens is like really arguing this that he didn't do anything, which never works. Oh, great.
I see 2nd and 25.
15-yard Pickens.
Personal
Pickens,
foul
for whatever reason, grabbed the Lions DB's helmet and twisted him like the Exorcist.
There you go.
And then plays like innocent after with his hands up. What did I do? He's all like, what did I? It's like, dude, we just saw what you did.
You just grabbed the guy's
Watch
head.
what he did. Watch what he did. Like, what are you doing? He broke at the line of scrimmage and didn't let go. And you see, he's starting to run with like Buddy's like face mask in his hand. It's like, why would you do that? Like, what are the Dallas Cowboys thinking, Scott? Like, I swear if I was shot at him, I'd call a timeout. I'd say, listen, we're having a little mini huddle here. And I'd say, get your effing head out of your asses, everybody. Like, there's no discipline on this team. I'd say the next guy that does something stupid isn't playing for the rest of the game. I don't care what your name is.
Yeah. We're not 3-6 anymore. Where these games are meaningless. These games actually mean something. We have a chance to accomplish something here. Well, I tell you, Lamb was wide open on that one play, too. I'll tell you that.
I know. Like, the Cowboys, like, it's right there for the taking, but they look frustrated, too. They're on the, all right, they did. They did. It was a timeout. I call you. You have to regroup here. Regroup for a second. Exactly. Regroup. Yeah. Just say, all right, listen, guys. Everyone's got to calm down. I know you're frustrated, but we're beating ourselves right now.
Yeah. Let me see the Pickens play. I mean,
a Cowboy. It's a dumb move. A Cowboy offensive lineman just got away with smoking Hutchinson after the play. Like the Cowboys are definitely into. They're rattled right now. Like they're getting. I don't know. The Lions are probably talking a lot of smack and stuff, and they've got to rein this in.
Yeah, there's too much on it. 4th and all right, they made a completion. 4th and 4, I see at the Detroit 37.
Kick the field goal.
54-yard field goal, or go for 4th and 4.
I say kick the field goal, Scott. What would you do? I say kick the field goal.
You've
got Aubrey as your kicker.
Ball. Yeah, I say go for it. I wouldn't have an issue either way.
What if you don't get it and you give Detroit the ball at this? You know what I mean? And they just march.
Well, what if you don't miss the 53-yard field goal? You're giving it to them at the 43 anyway. At least in this situation, you're giving it to them at the 37.
It's not Young Ho Koo kicking here. It is Brandon Aubrey. Hopefully he doesn't miss the ball.
He kicked the crap.
The ball was moving, man. I thought the ball was moving. 55-yarder.
You know Detroit's going to come down and kick a field goal anyway. It's good. All right. We'll take it.
This guy says money from distance. Like, there's a second one long field goal over already. But he kicked a 42-yarder earlier and it barely went in. Like it started, it was like it was looked like, oh boy, he's gonna miss. But this one actually, he's getting cocky. He kind of faded this one in like a golf shot. This guy's so good, Scott. He kicks it like different styles. You know what I mean? Right. Like he literally does. Like I'm gonna try to fade this time. But he's sort of like it's like he's working on his putting, his short golf game or something like that. But hell of a kicker. 17-9 right now, as you stated. They got to get a stop. The total 53.5 now.
Yeah, we're at 26 points. You're halfway, halfway home basically. So, and you still got an opportunity for Detroit to go down and score. And the way with their field goal indoors and the way they've been moving the ball.
Touchdown. Think about that. So they've gotten all these points, and the Cowboys haven't even scored a touchdown in this game.
Yeah, but that play cost us 4 points. When everything was said and done. Yeah, at least 4 because Detroit would obviously have more time on the clock than what they have right now, 50 seconds. But that penalty, not having a first and goal, ended up costing Dallas 4 points and us 4 points.
Yeah, it should be 17-13 right now. But as you stated, Detroit basically would have had the whole entire 2 minutes with the ball after. Yeah. We can't really live in the past. It's like Star Trek, Scott. You can't change the timeline of reality. It is what it is. Right? You know what I mean? And everything, the sequences change because of what would have happened and all that. But we can't dispute it. I mean, Ferguson cost them a touchdown. Let's call it out for what it is.
Yeah. So, all right, so 17-9. Let's see if we can get a couple, at least a field goal here and get a little bit closer. But if you're Dallas, if you can get it to halftime down 17-9 with all the things that have gone wrong for the Cowboys, a couple of breaks too, with the safety and everything
even
else.
29 isn't a complete disaster considering it's not good, but you're in it, 20-9.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Knowing you get the ball to start the second half. That's certainly
And Bates is like Aubrey, guys. Don't forget. The Detroit kicker also has a cannon. They let him go from 65 too.
Yeah. Brady Cannon coming up next here on the Grid.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
You're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, I don't. That's it. I don't want you to get a read. I said.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the Best Bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number 2 of our 3.5 hour extravaganza. Approaching halftime, final seconds of the first half. Detroit with a timeout at the Dallas 43-yard line, 13 seconds left. So with that, let us bring in our good buddy SportsGrid host.
First down.
All the time. First down.
First down,
first
Detroit.
down.
They only have 10
10 to
seconds,
29.
so you figure they take a crack at the end zone here. And then after they kick the field goal, right, because they don't really have to get it closer. So, yeah, there's the crack at the end zone. My God, he had him open, too. I don't know what happened here. Goff was under pressure, I guess. He had to get rid of it. But, like, Dallas are effing lucky. They just dodged a bullet. The wide receiver was wide open.
Wow, that would have been nice.
What is his name? Tesla.
Tesla,
Not
yeah.
Tesla, but
E-S,
Tesla.
capital,
Tesla.
Yeah, capital L.
Tesla.
Kind of weird spelling. What's going on, Brady? How are you tonight?
I'm pretty good, guys. You know, it's kind of interesting. It looked like this game was starting out a little bit slow, maybe went under for the first quarter, but now on an over pace. You know, if Detroit can add 3 more points here, you know, we're looking at a pace of 58 points. Your in-game total currently at 54.5. And we expected a lot of fireworks in this game, but most of it coming from Detroit. And like I say, they kind of got off to a slow start. Good possible in-game opportunities there on the total. I imagine you guys have been tracking.
Dallas haven't scored a touchdown yet, Brady, but we still have 26 points. Put it in that context. I doubt they get shut out and I don't know about you. I've been surprised that Dallas have run the ball as much as they have and not just started to attack the Lions' weakness, which is the secondary. But you got to believe that that's what they do in the second half. You're going to be down 11 points. Here's the 47-yard field goal. And the kick. He missed. I thought he missed. They're saying it's in. I swear I thought he missed it again. I'm like, he missed. No, it's in.
The in-game point spread went to 8.5, but I haven't seen them put up 20 points on the board yet for Detroit. Are they calling it good?
Yeah, it's good. It looked like it kind of missed, but it was in.
Now I see it. Yeah. Okay. So 29 points. Total still at 54.5. What was the game? What was the total prior to kickoff? Around 54 or so?
55.5 it closed.
Yeah.
I think I'd go over, guys. I mean, we're on that pace right now. And like you're mentioning, Gabe, Dallas has got to come back and they got to sling it. I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball as much as they'd like to in the second half.
Yeah, they ran the ball 13 times. The Lions only ran the ball 6 times. Think about that, Scott.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. The Lions only rushed the ball 6 times in the first half. Dallas ran the ball 13 times, passed 21 times. I get it. He's under pressure. He's running for his life, but they're going to have to adjust to it because it's successful. Dak Prescott, 16-21, 154 yards, 7.3 average. The success is there if you're Dallas. Throw the effing football, Brady.
Well, I think if you're looking to play over the total, you figure the Detroit Lions can get to 30 plus, right? Maybe 34. Yeah. Then it's got to get to, 25-ish. I think that's the question. Can Dallas put up 17 points in the second half? If Dallas puts up 17 points in the second half, I think you're home with the game going over the total.
Yeah. I'm seeing the field goal now. It is a little deceptive. It does, did look like maybe he hooked it a little left there, right? But
it squeezed in though. It squeezed in.
Yeah, it squeezed in. It did. It wasn't like the other game. That's for sure. So, what did you like originally, Brady? Did you like the over? Did you like the Cowboys? Where were you originally?
I figured there was going to be points, and you know how it is, and it kind of looked like that at the start when it looks like a dead over, and then it's under by 20 points. We've seen that happen before, but again, it looks like this one is headed that direction. I didn't mess with the total. I played the Detroit Lions as one of 3 teams on a 10-point teaser. So I've got them +7. The other 2 teams, I have the Minnesota Vikings +8, and I have the New Orleans Saints +18.5. I might play the Saints just on a regular point spread. I don't think this is a good spot for Tampa Bay. And I think it's also a buy low, sell high. I don't think you can figure the stock is much lower on New Orleans right now. And everybody's starting to believe in Tampa Bay again because they won, getting a little bit healthier. I don't know. This is a good rivalry, and these games were usually played very closely. And for a number of years, the Saints had the Bucs number.
They have. I did my notes on these games today. They've actually covered 8 straight at Tampa Bay, believe it or not. And I will tell you, in general, against the NFC South, so division games for the pathetic Saints, who have been just god awful for how long, right? 15-6-1 against the spread on the road.
Wow.
Including 8 that was an underdog.
That division has always been that way. That division's always been that way.
It's
like
you're
the Saints,
taking your life
the Falcons,
in your own hands betting on the NFC South. I mean, it is. Look at the
It's a week to week. It's a week to week league. Falcons, the Falcons have become more just sort of bad. Before it was like they're erratic. Look at the Panthers, though, Brady. Right? Look what we all thought on Monday night against the Niners. This team's not ready for prime time. They're kind of getting exposed.
And then they beat the Rams.
Next week they beat the Rams, who everybody's saying the best team in the NFL.
Well, it's kind of similar with Atlanta. They hammer Buffalo on Monday night, and then they lose at home to the Dolphins. I mean, you can't figure them out either. They
lost
lose
30-0 once this year in Atlanta.
Yeah, to the Panthers, right? I mean, there we go back again. It's the darn NFC South. It is a wild division, that's for sure.
So is the AFC South right now, right? Everyone thought, that division sucks, and
no doubt, it's a good
Colts
one.
are running away with it. Now the Jags are in first place. The Texans are one of the hottest teams in the NFL that no one's talking about. They've won 4 in a row.
In fact, who do you like in those 2 games?
Give me the Texans and the Jags.
Arrowhead? Texans and
Jags for me. You, Scott?
Yeah, me too. Same thing. It's hard to go against Kansas City, but it's just, you know what? That Texan defense, Brady, has been so good the last few weeks. I don't know how they're not going to win.
And Kansas City's just not that good, period.
No.
They are.
I do think I might like the Colts. I haven't played it yet. I might play, but I'm with you guys on the Texans. I think it's another buy low, sell high. I think everybody's kind of happy
the Jags
about
are a little
Jaguars.
schizo too, Brady. Right? Let's not get carried away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's not throw the Colts, out the window just yet. They're pretty good. Just because they've lost 2 in a row, they might get one here.
Right. More with Brady again, and we come back in Game Live Game Day.
They have a bigger talent pool potentially, and they're going to give them anything it takes to potentially get this team back to a national championship. And if you want to set a legacy, you could maybe have one good year at Ole Miss and maybe potentially, 5 or 6 9-3 campaigns, but you're not going to make the playoff each and every season, or at least that's the mindset. You have a better path at LSU or a bigger school.
SportsGrid's College Football Today.
Now you're a 1 o'clock guy again, huh?
Well, I didn't know I have to appease you.
What do you mean appease me? I'm trying to get a read on you.
Well, that's it. I don't want you to get a read. I zig.
Okay.
What are you? You're on me like flies on rice.
Well, I once watched you destroy an NFL team's season because you zagged so hard in the best bet segment.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Everyone has just been lying about this whole thing. Okay. Of the top 15 teams in the country, there are 4 total losses to unranked football teams. Miami has half of them.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Florida was thought to get Lane Kiffin, but they go and turn to Tulane head coach John Summerall. This is a solid hire, coach.
He's a tough-minded coach. I thought he would be a perfect fit at Auburn, just knowing he's from Alabama. But I think Florida got an outstanding coach. He will be a tough nut that knows how to win football games.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. In-game live game day here on the grid. We are at the half our Thursday night football game, 20-9. Detroit leading the Dallas Cowboys. We're trying to find some winners here with a good buddy Brady Cannon. So, Brady, we normally go to the losing team. We generally start with the quarterback, figure passing yards. You're not going to get any discount if you want to go with Dak Prescott right now, but any props jump off the page for you?
Well, yeah, we talked about that. I think Dak is going to have to start slinging it, and I think they'll go away from the run game a little bit. And, to your point earlier, Gabe, I mean, Detroit's run defense is very good. Now, their pass rush is pretty good too, but I got to believe, and you talked about attacking the secondary. The secondary's really been banged up, go all the way back to that loss they had at Arrowhead in Kansas City. Their secondary really hasn't recovered ever since. You got the one guy, DJ Reed, back in the lineup tonight, but he's been getting beaten by Pickens. He had the pass interference down there earlier. I think they're going to have to lean on these receivers. I would probably look to go over in all of those areas, possibly CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, Prescott. For the Lions, you've got St. Brown in there, so you can't necessarily say these other guys are going to get the workload, but still, Jameson Williams, he had that near touchdown. I might play him, for something to the yes or to the over. I don't think he's done yet either.
He's only got one catch. I think he'll be a big part. I just put a couple of plays in, Scott, and Brady's theme here, in which I've already got Dak Prescott passing yards over. We were calling out Jake Ferguson earlier, the fumble and then the penalty, etc. But the fact of the matter is that Dak throws to him a lot, right? So his prop is 54.5 right now. He's got 33 yards right now. So I think he gets another 22. Did the Lakers just win at the buzzer? Too. I think the Lakers I think Rui Hachimura just hit a 3 at the buzzer to win the game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tough loss. They're reviewing it right now. But I think, it was a tie. It was 120-120. It was 120-120.
Yeah. I'm with you on Ferguson because he's typically, especially when he's trying to go down the field, his first two looks are Lamb and Pickens. And if he can't find them, then he goes to Ferguson.
Over the middle. Boom. Yeah.
And for 10 yards, for usually pretty decent chunks. So I'm with you there.
I played it, and I just played Pickens, which is a bigger number, guys. So it's a little bolder, but Pickens over 63.5, Scott. He's only got 15. I do believe he's going to catch a bomb. And if not, whatever, it'll be a pass interference call. He got open last time. They've had Lamb involved. Like we talked about before the game, Brady, about how it was Pickens all the time, and then they had to get Lamb back involved. Well, Lamb's got 89 yards in the first half. Pickens only has 15. They got to get Pickens back involved in this game now.
Totally agree.
Like I would go to Pickens early in the second half if I was them. He's an emotional dude. Get him happy. Get him back in the game.
What was his pregame number? Probably 70 something. I mean,
it was high. It was like 79.5. It was high.
Yeah, so I think you're getting a nice discount. You're getting a nice discount. He still might hit 70 something. So I like the
because they have to pass, right? We just talked about it.
They do. I wouldn't play over on Lamb. He's already kind of peaked. Now he might get another 20 yards or so, but I think Pickens would be the direction I would head because he's got more runway. You would expect him to, put together 20, 30, 40 yards worth of catches in the second half.
Yeah. And not that the Lions are going to go conservative. They can't, right? No. They're only up 11. No. But I think Gibbs is going to get to his number is 56.5 right now. He's got 18. Gabe mentioned they're throwing the ball to him a little bit more.
He's only got 3 carries, Gibbs. Willie, how many carries 80.5. More? Wow. Yeah, that's why, Scott, I played him rushing receiving. I knew that he would catch passes out of the backfield, but I played that bet thinking St. Brown was out, but I would have played it either way, though. He's the best player on their team.
Right. I can't help but think he's going to get the ball 7 to 10 times rushing the ball, right? So
right. I agree, Scott. 20. And you're right. They're not going to be conservative, but eventually, if they're still in the lead, they will be. And I think they're going to probably feature a little bit more running than passing because they do have the lead. Dallas gets the ball to start the second half, too. So that's good for all of your yeses and overs on the Dallas side.
Yeah. That would be the only reason I'd maybe be hesitant on playing the Lion props now. Let Dallas take 5-6 minutes off the clock and maybe these numbers drop, a couple of yards. It wouldn't drop that much, but, every yard counts. If the Lions get the ball with 9 minutes left or 10 minutes left versus with starting the second half of the ball.
Does the loser of this game miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say Lions, yes, but Dallas, no. I think Dallas is still in it because of that tie, Brady. So, good job, my friend. Appreciate a couple minutes with you. Good luck with your plays, and we'll do it again next week.